it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get it all prepaid. I'm on it, break, no side, know about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on. Zoe Kravitz half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white go-to cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cut that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me at the tell her it's not that.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You look at this Cowboy defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd down, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That's caught out wide by Cooks. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a toss for Swift left side. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake, Prescott. Right back to Tolbert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Hurts changing up the play. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Hey, easy, 63, pass.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They go play action with Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's a screen now for Pollard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Now a second and 10. Looking to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll start by running the option to the right.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will. Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
There's Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly are loading up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second down, here's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they got to string together a nice job and help themselves out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Running right, it's Pollard. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 2nd down, Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
73.
In motion left is Watkins. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Watkins in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Prescott. Being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away.
Under pressure, they got him again. Brandon Graham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Prescott down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
He's going to take another shot here. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. How about this? And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down, and he said people have to understand there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on 4th down. In this case, fearless wins.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll run the toss to Swift. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. 47.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
On second down, Prescott again. That is caught. Schoonmaker. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. Here's Dak. He finds his man, Pollard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Now Dak. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building